Alright guys, it's time to look at Thorchain here on the channel once again. Now, I just did a video on this about 12 hours ago, and we need to look at this again just to see what has happened and make kind of an update video here. Now, as you can see, I also want to mention that there appeared to be a head and shoulders here. Now, this probably should have played out once it broke the neckline. Instead, it kind of made a little rising wedge here before breaking down finally. Now, I measured this head all the way to the neckline before this video, and when I moved it to, over here, it would actually have us like negative 60 or something like this, which is impossible. Nobody is going to pay you 60 cents on the dollar to take Thorchain for free. So, it doesn't make sense. Pretty much, this was the breakdown, I guess. Right here was probably the low at 250, although it should have been a lot worse. Anyways, now let's take a look at this over here. We are basically right on the verge on the weekly time frame of holding this $1.43. So let's see at a minimum if we can hold that today. Just make a note that the weekly time frame candle is going to close tonight. So that's the goal, I think, for me. Like I said, I have a $1.17 average. I am hoping that this closes at least above $1.42. I doubt it's going to make it to $1.92 today. I think we're going to have to see some, basically movements with the insolvency. They're going to have to pay the creditors. I think it's like 200 million or something, if I remember correctly. I think that they're going to strike a deal. Usually, these things just take a little bit of time. So I think they'll manage it. They'll do something. We'll see, guys. There's people that are writing on the previous video. They lost, $800 when they put $1,000 in, for example. And yeah, I mean, all I can say is you probably should DCA right now into RUNE. Not financial advice, of course, but if you've already lost that much, making your average lower would probably be the best thing. And that's what I was trying to do myself. That's why I had buy orders at $1. Last night I had another order just at 80. But yeah, I've since revised those orders, and I put one at 80 and then one at 63, basically, like I showed you guys. So I just don't think it's going to make it there. This project is too good for it to really go that low. So I would be shocked if it went that low. Now I want to move back over here real quick, guys, because the RSI and the Stochastic RSI is working better on Gate at the moment than Binance. I'm not sure why. Maybe it's my internet, but it's just working faster on this. Now, on a monthly time frame, as you see, guys, basically it's really low. It's extremely low, oversold. Now, it is pointing down here with the RSI, but it's just, it's right in the middle. I mean, it could tick up at any second and gain momentum on a monthly time frame. So, have to wait and see, really. Now, if I take a look at the weekly, I need to keep doing this, unfortunately, because it doesn't fit in my recording, mechanism, I guess we can say, or whatever it is that I'm using. But yeah, basically on a weekly time frame, it's extremely oversold. And yeah, I mean, it's pointed down here on the RSI, but, it's almost in the oversold territory. So that is looking okay to me still. I think it will move back to the upside. Now, if I look at this on a daily time frame, it is making its way down here on the Stochastic RSI. It is almost in the oversold territory, right on the verge, and basically the RSI is in oversold territory, now pointing back to the upside. So basically, you can see right here with this big candle to the downside, we had the RSI come way down to oversold. Now it is getting that bounce, guys. So that is nice to see. Now, on a lower term time frame, let's take a look here on the 4 hour. Let me make this a little bit bigger. And yeah, now the internet doesn't want to cooperate with Gate. Okay, so on the 4-hour time frame, sorry about that, guys. It is actually looking pretty good. It's pointed heavily to the upside on the Stochk RSI and the RSI. So I do think in the short term here, we're going to get a nice bounce. Now, the 1-hour time frame is not the most reliable time frame. It is overbought basically here. So that's not good. But on the RSI, it is kind of, zigzagging its way up right in the middle, really. So that is still okay. Now, on a 15-minute time frame, this is super unreliable, though. But let's just look at this for fun. And yeah, it is getting overbought basically on the Stochk RSI. And the RSI is slightly pointed to the downside. But still in neutral territory or good territory, we can say. So what I would do with that information, guys. Now, the 15-minute, I think will probably, in the 1 hour, I should say, the 15-minute and the 1 hour, probably going to see a little bit of, short-term downside. Now, the 4-hour looks pretty good. And all these longer-term time frames, I would say, look, even better. So, yeah, this is really just oversold, guys. I do believe this is in for a bounce. And, it could work its way all the way back up to about $2. Now, is that going to happen today? Probably not. But yeah, I mean, it's looking much better than yesterday. Let's see, I think much of this candle was actually from yesterday. But yeah, this is the weekly time frame. That just looks terrible. The last 4 weeks for RUNE has just been disastrous. You can see basically it was trying to break through this Fibonacci level right here too, getting rejected. This resistance holding it down at the same time. So yeah, really sad to see though. But I do think it will work through its insolvency problems, guys. Now, if we talk about the tokenomics, guys, basically there is only 500 max supply. So this is super, super, super low. Total supply, this is what's been created, and this is what's circulating. So, I mean, if you look and compare other coins, other tokens, this is extremely low. Now, what I think they're going to do, honestly, is probably work out a deal where the creditors will probably get a lot of Thorchain token. But we have to see, guys. I don't know if that's even possible. But yeah, I mean, they still have, 150 million that's not really circulating. So I know that they're like 200 million in debt. But if RUNE goes up, they could probably keep the creditors at bay if they give them some of this supply. So let's see what happens. Like I said, I don't know if that's possible or not. I'm just kind of, making my own little theory. But what if it is, Now, let's take a quick look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin is having a disastrous day. Yesterday, last 3 days have just been disastrous. Now, keep in mind, we are creating a CME gap. And basically that gap is from the close at 102,430, basically. So that is about $3,000 to the upside. Now, 99 or 98% of all these gaps get filled. Now, do they have to? Like I said, 98 or 99% get filled. There's always that slight chance this doesn't get filled. But being in a bull market, the final year, more than likely, this still is not finished with Bitcoin. My personal opinion where Bitcoin will go is at least between about 120 to 150. Now, I know we've gotten pretty close here. We got to 109. But yeah, I still think it's going to run a little bit more. But my top for Bitcoin is about 150. I know a lot of people, they put these mega numbers out there, 500,000, 1 million. Probably not going to happen, guys. I wish, because for alts, that would be excellent because a lot of people would take their profit and put it into alts. So let's see, guys. I may or may not be right. Maybe we've already hit a top, but we just have to wait and see. Now, as for Ethereum, it did decide to break down from this trend line that I put last night. So that is kind of like out of play, but maybe I can adjust this slightly. Actually, you know what? Maybe I'll put it like this, because if we zoom in, it actually might fit a little bit better than where I placed it last night. But at the time, it looked like it was a good, place to put it. So let's see if this can actually come back up into this little angle that we have here. And yeah, let's see if it can save itself. Now, we pretty much got support on this 3063, 3062 mark over here. This is a weekly support. So let's see if we can get a nice bounce, work our way back up. And basically, guys, we need to break this to the upside. I mean, altcoins basically follow Ethereum. RUNE will actually follow Ethereum and Bitcoin. So the fact is that we've gotten a nice bounce today, with Ethereum, and we've gotten a small bounce here off 99,000 basically. This is probably what is really helping RUNE actually, little bit pumped to the upside. So we really need Ethereum to be healthy, although it has not been healthy as of recently. It's just on a big downtrend since $4,000 was hit. And it's unfortunate to see, guys. I wish I could be more bullish on Ethereum for everybody, but I just can't. So now, we really need to look at the dominance, guys. Yesterday, we got a big pump, and we did break above the 59.58. And right now, we are trying to break below that once again on a daily time frame. Keep in mind, my green lines are always weekly supports and resistances. So if we close, the weekly time frame before 59.58, thank God we've kind of avoided a disaster for now, although we are still above this neckline, which is not good as well. I would like to see this break down, at least somewhere below maybe about 57 or 58 here. We got to get through this zone, and then I'll feel more, confident, more calm. And, I think Thorchain and every other altcoin that you have will probably start to really pump then. Now, taking a look at altcoin season index, let me refresh this again. I refreshed it right before the video, and I'm surprised to see that it's 59 still. Like I said, I don't know how often they update this, but I think this will be lower when it refreshes, and see, again, it's still 59, guys. Now, fear and greed, that did come down quite a bit, guys. I thought it was going to go to about a 65 from 68 yesterday, but it cooled down a lot more. It went to 60. So, that's actually good, I think, for us. We're not so overheated right now. Bull market peak indicators, guys, sell at the top, hold 100%. 0 from 30 have been hit. Don't worry. The Pi Cycle top indicator, this is what I keep showing, guys. This is probably the best one to go by. And we were closer in June than we are right now to crossing. So, anyways, crypto bubbles, guys. Basically, everything is in red. There is not a single... Oh, wait. This one right here is green. I don't even know what that is, guys. Oh, DEX. Okay. So, we have one project in the top 100 that is actually green at the moment. And, yeah, I think RUNE is not even in the top 100, so... Let's see. Let me move this. I have to move this really quick. Oh, I can't really. Okay, there we go. I just moved something that is in this little recording apparatus. So, yeah, here is RUNE, minus 28.1. Yeah, there's actually a couple more greens from 100 to 200 here. So, yeah, maybe things are starting to wake up. Now, if you want to stake your RUNE, your Thorchain, go to Coinondo, guys. You can find the best deals, I guess, here. I have mine in Gate right now, and yeah, so they have 4.38. I think that's the minimum. Now, I think you can get like a maximum of 20. But anyways, check out, everything there. Read it. Do your own homework. Anyways, guys, if you like this video about RUNE and Thorchain, then give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, subscribe to the channel, and become a member. And guys, I'm going to keep making these videos for you, and thanks a lot for watching this.